All right, so am I? Yeah, I have both. Where did you see? You just got the notification for the YouTube as well? Okay, so yeah, I stream there. Like that's where most of my streams go when I'm not trying to put a whole lot of effort in. But I'm also streaming to Twitch. I'm multi-streaming. So PN1, sorry, and 21 PN2 we, and then let's turn this off.
なるほど。
Yeah, that'll get confusing. All right, so let me close a couple things just so it doesn't affect the stream. You said first to 5, right? Or was he Harui's asking about first to 7. You want it to be first to 7? You hearing me? He probably muted up. Okay, so we change that first to 7.
私たちのことを頼っていいんだよ。
あとは任せた。いいね。あとは任せた。
苦手ですけど。
あとは任せた。
せっかくの取りなさい。
right, so anybody watching just had to get something cleared up before continuing. So onward. I think the rule is after 2 wins then in a row, then you have to switch character. That's good, on. Appreciate you, man.
いの時だ。
But yeah, the rule is for when it's 2 in a row here. Like if you win 2 in a row, then you have to switch off the character. All right, you're unmuted, Senju. So if you want to explain it.
All right. So the basic of this concept of format is if you win 2 games in a row, you have to switch. He's arguing that it's no benefit for either side. That's my point. It's a dual-edged blade. For example, if you win 2 games and you switch and they pick something that doesn't work for you, you can sell that game and then you could pick something else and win 2 games again. Or if he wins again in that next match, he's forced to switch. It's a dual-edged blade.
Well, you wouldn't want to intentionally sell. If you lost the game, then you get to switch no matter what. So it's.
Sorry, man. You're thinking about it as if you're playing in the moment.
I am playing in the moment.
No. We're talking about the format. The format.
Well, the
beyond.
format applies right now, right? I'm confused.
It kind of does, but you guys are still stuck on whoever wins first 2 switches, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because right now, we're starting with the base formula. If you win 2 games in a row, you have to switch. That's all. We're talking about how it can go beyond it and be an official formula for an official game rule. Yeah, Sorryman won. Don't worry. We're talking about the formula for this little rule set. Sorry, man. When you're done, just message me where I can send you the bread.
Yeah, assuming I win.
Oh wait, never mind. You wrote first to 5. Yeah, he's right. You wrote first to 5.
Well, I asked at the start if it I pinged again to clarify if you were down for a first to 7 since you were sponsoring, because that's what Harui had asked. So it's
But we established that before you fixed this.
Well, like that's why I pinged before we started.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's a first to 7, as you see above. The title's wrong. Sorry. All right, you know what? You guys finish the set, and then afterwards, sorry, man, me and you, let's go into the lab and build this formula.
I wasn't gonna stay on the game all that much longer, but I mean, if you just want to talk about it, then sure.
No, exactly. We're just yapping. We're just yapping. Yeah. You guys lock in. Facing.
So that was 2 in a row, so now I have to switch.
Mm-hmm. And now you're 6. 3.
Yeah, no, I think this just favors the victor. Full stop. Harui asked a question.
No. If you win 2 in a row, and then you want to pick. No. Okay, so that is a good question. Okay, if you win 2 in a row with, for example, Rui, you can't pick him again. You have to pick somebody else. That's the whole point of a switch. But if you lose and give up that round, that game, you can pick Rui right after it and win 2 again. Yes. was saying, losing could be beneficial because if you kill someone with Enmu, you kill you pick Enmu, you beat him twice. And then after that, you pick Rui, lose, then pick
he's
Enmu
not...
again twice. Bam. You're 4-1. I wouldn't focus on it too much. We're gonna lab it. Don't worry. We'll make it more because you understand the community better than I do.
Well, it's not really the community. It's just a game format in general.
We're gonna lab it. We're gonna make sure it's perfect, it's understandable, and all that. But the thing is, you understand where players will get mad at, and you can tweak it so they can't get mad at it. It's more their fault.
Oh, I'm on Mr. Is this Swordsmith Tanjiro? I don't know which Tanjiro this is. This is Water Tanjiro.
Good clash. Just remember, you're fighting a person who stays on the ground versus someone who stays in the air. There you go. Okay. No meter, too long. Now you got this. Bad move. Well, you force the buff. All right. Game point. Sorryman plays it slow, plays it smart, uses an assist. At the right time, he wins. Perfect. You love doing that setup. He kept jumping. He kept picking Mid City. Yeah, bro. Your setup was favoring his setup even more. Bum, 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 bum. It's over, right?
What's that?
It's over, right?
No, it's 6-4.
Oh, he won. Never mind. Looked the wrong side. I thought you were doing that.
No, it's the Mitsuri.
No, I was looking at the what's going on. Oh, makes more sense. You can't keep jumping, bro. Get to the ground. Mm, and Finn, not Finn. How do we? If you lose again, bro, it's gonna be canon. You keep losing to this team when I pick him. I don't know if he's gonna keep streaming. He's studying. He did this for a quick money match. Sorry, Horn. Horn of Judah wants to join. Why didn't you do it?
That was a sick kill. I gotta clip that.
Nice. You want to set? Then maybe Harui will fight you. But his name is Finn on PlayStation. I'll join in a second. I've been watching the match and then I'm gonna warm up. Nice. Beautiful. Wait, I have a question. Horn of Judah, are you not a clan leader? Beautiful.
Oh, Judah's in a clan? I didn't know that. Which clan are you registered to? Is it registered in the DSL official?
He made his own clan, bro.
Yeah, what's the name of it? I didn't realize it was in a clan.
They're good.
GG's Harui. That was a great set.
Beautiful set. We're gonna work on the format though. I think it's gonna be a fun format. If you can, Sorryman, invite Horn of Judah, and then if one of you guys can stream, I'd love to watch.
Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Finn or Harui.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn off the scoreboard though.
Yeah. If you want to leave it on and then just garner views, that's good too. We can just yap about the formatting while they fight.
All right.
All right. So, for your opinion, okay, do you like the base idea where if you win 2 games in a row, you switch? Do you like that?
Well, what's the purpose of it? Let's reestablish that.
Okay, so the reason is okay, we want an end result. The end result is making it more interesting. We already established that if somebody picks a certain team, they wash everybody. How can we switch that
Okay.
up and
Slow,
make it
slow,
more
slow, slow,
interesting?
slow, slow, slow. Okay, so goal is make the set more interesting.
Yep.
Uh, what did we establish?
Oh, it's whatever you guys want, bro.
No, no,
It's
no.
your
I'm
guys' game.
I'm
No,
trying
no, no,
to.
not you, not you, not you, not you. Horn of Judah said first to 5 question mark. It's whatever you guys want. Onk Nation said tell them to play Inosuke. Easy. You fool. You fool, bro.
Oh,
All
I'm gonna
right. So
send
the
you
main
my.
priority is let's beat the norm and make something fun and new and exciting. So if someone can 5-0 somebody, how do you change it so that way that person has a chance and make it more interesting?
Okay, so and you want to make sure that your word use is a little bit specific here. So a part of it is also making it sure that if a particular player has a really strong team that they're good at, they're not just going to win the whole thing with that one team. That's what you're trying to say.
That's the whole premise of it, yes.
Well, it's still important to reestablish and make sure that that's clearly understood as the whole thing. Because like,
That's the whole I just okay, so again, all right, reproposition, okay. We just met. Here's my idea where we know the premise is people who win first to 5, they win 5-0 sometimes. Now, how do we change it so that way the loser has a chance, but the winner also has a disadvantage? So therefore, you generate an idea where if you win 2 games in a row, they have to switch. That
okay,
means after 2 games, it's a brand new set technically. That's why you had the idea of first to 2. You're correct. That's where the idea comes from.
right. So what I will say, if it is just that after 2 wins, that the winner now has the opportunity to switch, right?
Uh-huh.
In that situation, me as a player, me speaking as a player, I feel I'm at a disadvantage if the winner was winning with a consistent team and then gets to switch off of that team. Why? Because the battle data that
Yeah,
I'm
you guys can
accumulating.
play and talk.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead. We're just deliberating.
Oh, I think how do we is taking a break. Hold on.
Did Harui say that they were gonna play?
I don't know, but I just volunteered him because he wanted to play and I'm not available right now.
Oh boy. You leading
But
Judah on,
if you
bro.
have someone who wants to fight him, all right, you know what, Judah? If you can find a good matchup for yourself, we'd love to see it. This is your chance to
Okay,
shine.
I'll play Judah since he's made him
All right, there you
his
go.
way into.
All right. In the meantime, I have an idea for you to think about while you fight. Perfect.
I'm gonna
All right.
say
So
first to
Sarman,
is it first to five?
first to
Okay,
5.
first to five.
First to 5. I think that's good.
せいぜい
Oh
食ら
boy.
いつかせてやろうぞ
おお、それがいい。
最後まで戦い抜くぞ
He said first to 5. There you go. All right. While you fight, think about this concept. If you win 2 matches in a row as Slayers, you have to switch to a demon. How about that?
So before you even go there,
Before you say anything, fight him and then think about it. Think about
Well,
everything I'm gonna say.
no, I don't have to fight him first to know what my response is. If I
Okay.
got beat twice by a team, um, it is not inherently an advantage for that person to be forced off of that character. Now, if it's optional, if I, as the loser, get to choose and say, okay, you won 2 in a row, you have to switch, and it's an option, that's better.
Okay. I think we have to establish something.
Okay.
If you guys are as good as you guys say you are, for example, you've been data framing everything. You understand most characters. Horn of Judah plays his team, but he also has a few backup teams that he's not good at, but he does have it, including Demons and Slayers. Everyone has a back pocket. That's the whole point where if you win 2, you switch, you have something else behind it. The whole point is you don't want to get washed 5-0. You want to give the opponent, if they're weaker than you, a chance to fight back. But the thing about it is you can't rely on the same setup that's been winning you for the last 2 games.
I don't think what you're saying disputes what I just introduced.
Okay,
If
so what do you
I,
say?
as the
Let me hear you
winner, same way, won 2 games and then am forced to switch, that can put the loser at a disadvantage.
out. How so? Because what we're
Because
talking
the
about
loser,
is... Yeah, go ahead.
like, you might be looking at it from the one perspective of, okay, the person who lost twice can't beat the team that they lost to. But that's not always the case. Sometimes it's close. But this formula doesn't account for close or give choices. It just gives the blanket statement, oh, if you won twice, that means that you're going to keep on winning.
But
So
I hear what you said. From what you said right there, you have to hear what I'm saying. Okay, you just said it's an unfair advantage to the loser even if you switch.
it
How is it an
can be.
unfair? It can be. Perfect.
Yes.
It can be. We're talking about probability. But you're speaking about a probability that's stronger in your belief. We're talking about probability that we don't know about. It's still a variable. So everything that we're talking about is based on the player's ability. We can't talk about personal experience into the rule set.
What is informing the rule set then?
Forming the rule set is based off experience and knowledge that we know and garner from it. That's something that we can use into a matchup between 2 people who haven't played that still makes it fair.
Okay, what's going on here?
Senju is trying to come up with a new format that
Okay.
prevents people from steamrolling with one team.
Yeah, pretty much. Because now we're introduced to icy characters, and icy characters carry for most people, and they complain about it a lot, especially on Xbox. I want to make a format that's equal to all platforms, and it makes sense, and nobody can cry about it.
Interesting.
Pretty much. That's why I invited Sorryman. He's more comfortable. He knows a lot of people. He knows how they play. But the thing is, we have to take personal experience out of it, and it's based off knowledge that you see. We're coaching now. We're making rules as coaches and delegates, pretty much.
So as a coach, same way, I wouldn't necessarily make a person stop fighting as or stop fighting against what they were losing to.
Here's the thing. My belief in playing this game, when you play the same team over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, you could go on a 10-0 streak. The minute you fight somebody who checks you, that habit becomes your main motor, like autonomic like system. You keep playing in that format. We have to break that. You have to understand you can lose at one time and you need to reformat yourself. That's the whole point of it. You have to be able to switch on a dime.
So there are aspects of your what you're trying to target that I can agree with. People should probably have multiple teams. People should have
Yes.
multiple archetypes to play. However, implementing that part into the format needs to be done carefully so that it doesn't so that it all works together.
And that's
Right?
why I invited you. So what do you have for opinions?
Well, I'm establishing.
It's not that easy. It's easy to pick apart the middle school things. It's easy to pick it apart. But how about creating it? That's harder.
I mean, if so, you want me to just say based on the goals given, you give my suggestion for what I would do with the format.
I want your opinion and the opinions of others. I would like the opinions of others. So if you want, make a goal. Make a poll right now on Twitch. Say pretty much, what do you expect more from
Well,
people?
I don't think you're gonna
more...
get that many great responses out of that. But
it doesn't matter. It's data. It's data. It's based on the data we're giving. You have to realize everything's based on the data we're giving. So from what we're at right now, and the data we're showing them, let's see the responses. And then we'll tweak it and give another stream and bring it back up to topic and see the data again. That's the whole point of a controlled experiment. You are about data, numbers, and crunching. You know what I'm talking about is real. Let's contain it. This is a conversation. It's a whole new build. Let's have fun with it.
Wait. What would be the poll? Can you tell me? You kind of didn't.
So the poll would be, do you guys agree with, after 2 wins, do you need to switch? Yes or no? Would it make it more interesting for you guys?
You need to switch.
Just by itself, no.
So like you have to. If you're winning, you have to switch.
So for example, if you pick IC Tanjiro and IC Gyu and you win 2 games in a row, switch.
No.
That means, okay, you guys are saying no because you want
I can see what you're like trying to do.
Yeah, you see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it more interesting. Yeah.
Well, okay, so let me give you a scenario now.
Wait, sorry, man. I can't barely hear him on stream. Can you bump him up?
His audio is just based on his audio, and okay, but I'll raise him on Discord.
Yeah, if you can, because on the Discord you can barely hear him.
Fair enough. I don't have that.
Wait, you can barely hear him on stream or barely hear him on Discord?
Both. He sounds like he's yapping to me on the other end of a tunnel.
Because I have him already turned up on. I have him already turned up on Discord. All right, but
perfect. No, we're good. Okay, so all right, so go ahead.
Well, one, you do have to still establish what kind of data you need and if it's good data points. But even before we get there, just making them switch after the 2 games doesn't seem to accomplish because you could win the 2 games, switch to your next team, and then just continue to steamroll, but with other characters. It kind of before you go, one of the reasons why the winner has to stay on the character that they won with is because otherwise you have the ability to just keep the opponent off balance by just picking whatever, and that's not really a catalyst for growth in any respect. Right? That's one of the reasons why
these... If you were the variable in the defensive position where you lost, then switched, are you losing again?
You're saying in the case where you lose and then you switch,
No, you. Yeah, you. As in, we're talking about you. You being you. Sorry, man.
Uh-huh.
So, for example, if you fought Hornet Judah right now and you lost after he won 2 games in a row, and he picked, for example, this team matchup. He's playing Guillaume and Tanjiro, and you're playing Zoha. You know him better than I do. What's your next pick? And Hornet Judah. After you're done, write your next pick that you would pick against him.
いつでも変わります
This is all right. We're gonna put the variables in questions. Let's go. You want data? I'll give you data.
I didn't ask for data. I
No,
I asked
you
for the
need data.
that.
You need data. You believe in data. That's the whole point about you.
Well, you're telling
You
me.
believe? Yeah, you can't deny that. You just told me you like data. You like clocking it. You need to know
I do
data.
like data.
So data remains within watching other people fight. So therefore, if you were to fight Hornet Judah right now, what's 2 people you'd pick against him?
Well, so even in the question that you asked, I'm not guaranteed to want to
There's
switch.
variables. There you
Eh,
go. See what it's like to be on defense. That's why I'm asking you for your opinion. We need to solidify rules. I want to hear
I feel like
your
I'm trying
reason.
to give my opinion, and you're not actually listening to the opinion.
No, I feel like we're 2 different heads of a hydra. I'm too far left, you're too far right. We're trying to find the middle.
All right, but like, even when you're looking for the data, you still have to like validate.
Okay.
Before you start, trying to get numbers, you have to understand what the numbers you're looking to prove are for, right?
Okay, so for your argument's sake, what are the numbers you want? Okay.
I don't want any numbers yet because I'm trying to establish the
But you're
base.
helping me build this, so therefore I want your opinion.
Okay, so going
You're
back.
trying to dismiss that. Come on, I want your ideas. You
So
haven't
okay,
given me no ideas.
going back
You're defending.
again. The first thing I want to acknowledge is that one of the major reasons why the winners are forced to stay on the character is so that the loser can make adjustments rather than the winner win with a team and just switch to something else and the loser doesn't get to make any adjustments. Right?
Okay.
So when you're making a new format, you do have to work around that idea that if the winner is the one who is switching, there is a degree of, okay, you are taking away the loser's ability to make those adjustments because now the winner is on something else. Now, if it's contained in some way where, okay, this is separate sets, the loser has to make that adjustment within a first to 2, and then the winner has to make an adjustment because they don't have the character that they had before. But again, that's not just as simple as just making the winner switch, because that's not inherently or just directly an advantage for the loser. So you can do that by either containing it in like a smaller thing like a first to 2, or you can help it out by making it an option for the loser. Okay, now that I've lost twice, I get like a pity option of making the opponent switch, right? Which,
Yeah.
in a certain sense, that has been done, but it's in a different form. That's what band tournaments are, right? So there have been tournaments run with a format of, okay, going into it, here's a character that you cannot play. And then after the game that you do play, you can call for another character to be banned. So then you get to make competitive adjustments to force your opponent, and for your opponent to force you to not win with just the one team. So there are already formats that incorporate stuff like that into it, but it doesn't seem like it works with the goal if it's just the winner has to switch no matter what
Okay, so
after 2.
it sounds like a whole bunch of hullabaloo for Senju. Why don't we just do first to 2? No, we're doing this in a first to 5, first to 7 settings. This is a rule for a first to 5 and first to 7 settings. If we were doing first to 2, we would do first to 2. It's that freaking simple.
Well,
This
okay,
is a
let me
rule for
clarify that a little bit
setting.
more. Let me clarify
Okay,
that a
there we
little
go.
bit more. Because earlier I thought of like, oh, is it a first to 2? Because, you know, just clarifying what you're intending to do. I can see a world where you make it like a King of the Hill, but as a 1v1. So there's lives in a certain sense, right? Where each life, because a lot of the clan battles that we currently run, you would run a first to 2, and whoever wins that first to 2 takes a life from the other player. So
Sorryman, sorry to cut you off real quick. Horny Judah wants to join the conversation, I believe. If you can invite him to the party, the VC.
he's not in this server. Let's see.
Yeah,
What servers
that's
do we
why.
all have in common? Yo,
AGC. We can go to AGC.
you want to do
Free too.
AGC or you want to do
Who cares? The more opinion, the better. We want more data.
so do you want to do AGC or DS official? Judah, let me know.
AGC. I would say AGC.
I didn't say I was gonna talk. Okay, he said he didn't say what
Oh, okay. Oh, he wants to join the match. Okay, never mind.
Okay, he was saying invite Unk to invite him.
Yeah.
All right, GG's Judah.
Yeah. If you guys want to stream, you guys do it on your own. If you
I could
want, we
probably
can do
raid
brain dead
Unk
fighting.
after this. But yeah, to clarify a little bit more. Currently, the clan battles that are run are oftentimes King of the Hill, right? You would run a first to 2 between 2 players, and then whoever wins that first to 2 claims the life of the other player, right? So there's multiple lives. You could make it so that if you won the first to 2, you can no longer use the characters or the team that you were using in said first to 2. But it's not like that's it, that's over, because that goes in the face of the point. Like, if the game's over, the game's over. You know, the set's over, then there's no continuation there. If it's, hey, within the context of multiple lives, which would effectively make a first to 2 a first to 6 or beyond if there's multiple lives. So let's say there's 3 lives or there's 2 lives, it multiplies out how many first to 2s that there will be. You can make it so that those players have to make those adjustments within that.
Yeah.
You get me? So it's a more structured format.
I think what we're having right now is 2 sides of the same coin conversation. And that's the reason why we need to have the rule set good. That's why I want you to help me. So, you know what would be great? Create a Google document on how you would create a rule set, like a standard for a matchup.
I can't hold you. I probably don't have time to, like, I take forever.
No,
like, I take 20
good.
minutes to write 2 sentences. People see that in Discourse. So I probably can't do that as a Google document. I don't have the time. I got like stuff to study for and graphics to.
We didn't say not right now. I'm talking about later. I know you're studying, but after this, I would like to discuss this more and generate a whole format.
I'm still communicating that because my schedule is kind of tight. April, I got some exams. I got some projects I got to work on. May, there's going to be some tournaments that I'm helping support and making stuff for. June, you got.
As long as God gives us breath, I'll wait for you, brother. Doesn't matter. We have all the time in the world.
Well, I appreciate that, but it still just makes sense to make a plan or to, coordinate that.
Good.
And
I know you like that. Yeah. But how do you feel so far? Is it an idea to generate, or do you think I should scrap it and do something new? I think it's an idea to generate.
I think there is a context in what the idea works, but you still have to make sure that you're not working against yourself in a certain sense. Again, if it's just forced, and there's no option for the loser to choose, it can be a disadvantage for the loser, and it can be frustrating for the winner. So
I have a
you would
question.
want
Okay, so
to.
you said there's no option for the loser, but if you lose, you have free will. What do you mean?
The concept given, a part of the major, one of the main concepts that's given is that if the winner wins twice in a row, they have to switch. The loser being able to switch irregardless is standard because that's the loser making the adjustment. If the winner gets to or is forced to change, that takes away the loser's ability to adjust to what they were already fighting. Having to adjust to
Okay,
something
how
completely
about
new
this
is
then? How
difficult.
about this then? How about this then? If you lose after a first to two, you can invoke switch tech, which implies team, and the winner picks a new team then. So it's reversed.
So that can be a more workable format. Now,
Yeah, okay,
at
I see what
that
you're coming
point,
from. How about that?
and effectively, that's what a bands tournament is. But it's in more after two games rather than after the single one.
Do you want the single one first or first to two? How about you do that? How about you pull a poll for your people watching? Would they rather a first to two or first to one? The first game or first to two?
Just do the poll at this one.
It's for 30 seconds. Whoever's
It,
watching, 30
it, it,
seconds.
it sounds
Minimal
interesting.
data.
Well,
Minimal.
I
Minimal.
mean, yeah, I don't think you have to do a whole poll. Hey, chat, whoever's watching, if you think it would make more sense to be able to tell a winner to switch off of a character after one game, or it'd make more sense to
Press
be able to
one.
tell a winner to switch after two games, put one or two.
Yeah, go ahead. 2 favor to send you, 1 favor to sorry man. There you go. We need the data, so we hope for it. Not first to two, bitch. We want answers. I love you,
Oh,
but
whoa.
you can't give me that. I love you, but don't do that. I swear, my little bro likes to
How
troll. He
about
wants a
this?
first to two. 0. He
Zero.
doesn't like any of it. Okay.
I don't like this bullshit.
No, for real?
See, I
Mhm.
feel like
No, Blood Demon, don't hold back. Any data is good data. I want you to express yourself as a competitive fighter. Come on. Come on. I
I just
want to
don't like
hear
the
it. Come
idea
on.
you need to swap characters if it's going fine for you. Uh, I can understand that you're trying to have some, character variations maybe or something like
Yes.
that. Like, and it also like rewards. You could arguably say that it rewards both players. Uh, the the players that's switching off whatever good characters they play with. It's like um
Can I ask you a question? If you were to run this rule set with
you just have
Jays, would you
more
be
character
scared?
variety, and your opponent, I suppose he doesn't have to play against the brain itself or whatever, like ICQ. But I I just feel like if you don't have a variation of characters, that's on you. Um,
Exactly. That's the whole
you
point of the
you
rules.
deserve to lose.
It's based on the
That's
players.
see if someone gets like what did you say like what's it called like checked or yeah something like that. If they get checked, they should get punished for implementing
Okay.
it in
So,
CVs or
yep.
yeah,
Mhm.
nah, yeah, because y'all trying to implement it into the CVs, right?
Not just for CVs. It's just a format in general. Something fun to do outside of the
Well,
norm.
so not just something fun to
Uh,
do, because that's not also you have the fun aspect.
No, because I feel like you guys are too competitive. When you hear the word fun and casual, you guys get scared.
Well,
You don't
competition
realize
is
that
fun.
it's not that. Competition is
See,
fun, so therefore you shouldn't run away from it. You guys in comp should be embracing it, something new,
Well,
outside of the norm, something that challenges you. It
well,
sounds like you guys are scared. I'm sorry. It sounds like you guys are scared of this.
well,
it's not
this
it's not
is
optimal. It's not
a
practical.
the
It's
concept hasn't been fleshed out yet, but so far the main issue is that it's confusing on two
It's
points.
not okay. So, for example, how is it confusing when the main premise is if you win in a first to five, first to seven, you win 2-0, you switch the character. Therefore, if you want to pick a new character, you have a back pocket, you can win 2-0 again, go 4-0, and then you could finish with a demon that you want to troll with and win 5-0. Or how about you go 2-0 and then lose because you need that team again, pick that same team again and go 4-1 and then lose again
see,
and then win
see,
5-2. It's that
see.
simple.
Okay. For like a very casual aspect, sure, whatever. But like, you could never implement such format into a money match.
I think
Well,
you guys are making it too complicated because you're trying to make it so it's satisfactory for the comp players who will have an issue for basic rules. It's that simple. If you lose, if you win 2 games, you switch. It's that simple. I don't understand how it's that difficult.
Hmm. I don't know, bro.
You guys, it sounds like we're hearing a bunch of excuses that's making up nails for the house of failures. If you're that good at the
Excuse.
game, you should be able to do this. You are back pocketing. You claim you're that good at the game. You should have basic knowledge on
so
everybody,
Senju.
not just the same team.
So
So
Senju.
sorry, man. Excuse you.
That makes you a glory fighter, and you have no
So
respect for me.
Senju,
What's up, buddy? What up?
right? Um, it's a couple different things kind of coming into one. For me,
No,
I'm
it's
not coming
one
from a
rule.
perspective of hey, because I say I'm so good of a fighter, I don't like this. That's not the perspective I'm coming from. It's not even coming from a really Demon Slayer focused mindset either. It's not about how much I understand about Demon Slayer. It's more about understanding what the concept is being implemented
That's
to.
understanding Demon Slayer.
It's more about understanding what the concept is being introduced to promote, and also when you're trying
Nobody's
to
promoting nothing.
when you're trying to have the concept be used, you have to be able to explain how to play by the concept, right?
Yeah.
Um,
So if the concept is if you win 2 times and you have to switch, what is the issue?
the issue partly comes in that if you tell me that is how we're playing, um,
Yeah. You should
and
understand
it,
the rule set.
if you tell me how that is how we're playing, me as a player in any game, and again, what I'm about to say, it sounds like from the perspective that you're coming from, you're going to disagree with, but I'm going to go, I don't understand that doesn't seem fair to me if I'm at the disadvantage.
If you say I don't understand it, it doesn't seem fair to me, I would pull you aside and explain it. So that way it's
But if you
basic
have to do
English.
that for everybody who is trying to play by the
Should it be
concept,
that hard for everybody?
it means
It's that
that
simple.
that means it's not simple, because if you have to pull people aside to
Means
re-explain
okay,
it.
so for you, sorry man, then that means for you, what's the issue with if you win twice, you have to switch? It sounds like you have an issue with it. It's that simple. If you win twice, you have to switch. Nobody would have a problem with that. You have an issue with it. What's your personal issue with it then?
Well, I you asked for my
You're
opinion.
flabbergasted. I
I'm
want your opinion.
I'm
Yes, 100%.
flabbergasted because I'm giving you the reasons. I'm giving you my perspective, and
But I
now
also
it's
been studying
conversations
this for
turning
so long.
into the
That's
con-
why.
the conversations turning into I think the competitive scene is scared of something new, which that's not what I think I was conveying at all. I don't think that's what the players in the chat are conveying. I don't think that's
No, it's not.
what we're giving. I think that there's an interesting aspect of what you're trying to introduce, but I also think if it puts one of the two players at a disadvantage that feels uncomfortable, it might make the format less accessible and then not fun.
If they're uncomfortable and they claim they're the best, what's the issue?
Where did anybody claim to be the best? Where does that come into the conversation?
Okay,
Yeah,
this is another variable that we have to talk about.
But
You
before
have
we
to
get to that
realize.
variable, before we get to the
Okay.
best of the best players doing that on a regular player level, like somebody who's
Regular player. Okay,
average,
perfect.
right?
So if someone is
What?
new,
Yes.
and they play somebody like you, and you whip their ass with Guillaume and Murata for 5 rounds straight, and they want to fight you seriously, are they learning something from fighting you for 5 rounds straight with the same character over and over again?
If you're
No, they're
coaching
gonna
them,
think
yes.
that's your main team. They're gonna think that's your
probably
main team, and that's all you
If it's
know.
your main team, there's no problem with it being the main team.
there's no
But
A part
listen to
of
what I'm saying. You're defending the position without hearing the offensive. You're just putting a guard up immediately.
it's not
When you
it's
hear someone saying, okay, listen, this is what I do when I teach people. I don't pick the same team over and over and over again. They need to learn, in the average player's perspective, they need to learn the basic premises of how every person is played in this game. How can you do that if you're locked in on one team?
you can't teach everyone everything in one training session.
No, nobody's saying one training session. You're putting that words into my mouth now.
Well,
bruh.
so if you're saying after 2 games, well, I'm trying to establish some things. So if you're saying after 2 games, I'm not, as a trainer, I'm not going to keep playing the same character against them. Okay, I can see in certain aspects, but there's still better and worse ways to go about doing that. If I
Yes.
switch after 2 games, then you know, it might get in the way of them developing positive habits against that particular character.
It
But
may, but you should find a way that develops them so they can develop into it so it's not no longer a possibility but a reliability. He can do it. That's the whole point of being a teacher. That's the whole point of this aspect. You can't
well,
keep relying on one tech and hope they can
and I
beat
don't
it.
think any example that I can give will really agree with the perspective and stance that you're taking right now. But like
Well, it's only because we're talking about variables.
to me, that's it sounds like okay, if I'm a boxing trainer, or no, if I'm a combat trainer, let's say, if
Before
somebody's
you begin, relate what you're about to say to the initial question about how losing 2 times
I'm
and
trying
the
to relate
opponent
it
switches.
to the recent point that you just made.
No, related to the original question. We're getting off track. Related to the original question. If you win 2 times and you switch, what's the issue? We're getting off track. Related to the original issue because I keep
My
keeping it
question
on the
is, what's
original
the
issue and you're
benefit?
doing
And
that.
I can't see the benefit unless there's a structure that supports a benefit.
So what benefits do you want to see then?
That both players
What's the
find that it's
benefit that you
fair,
want to see?
that the
So it
format can
is
be
fair. It's a
explained.
dual-edged sword.
A dual-edged sword doesn't necessarily make it fair. Like,
It makes
so
it 50-50. It's fair.
it being equal won't always feel fair. If the whole point of the system being implemented is that it's more fair because, oh, some players are really strong with one particular team, or some players will steamroll with something, it will also have, it's a double edged sword. Both people getting cut doesn't make it better. Like, it's equal, but that's not necessarily better if we're both getting cut.
But it does make you better because you're understanding new concepts. You're not relying on the same concept over and over and over again, the
Well,
same
just because you
opportunity
made
over and over and over
me
again.
play against a new concept doesn't mean I now understood the new concept. It's just that you put a new concept in front of me. If you
But
pick up
you won
another team,
twice.
if
What do
you
you
start
mean by
fighting,
that?
say
If you
again,
win twice, what do you mean by that? If you win twice, what do you mean that you don't understand the concept? If you win twice, that means you understand the concept. What's the issue?
if Is it to train the winner?
Oh, pay nights. We're talking about we're trying to formulate a new like formula like for a game rule. So we're talking
Hey,
about, for
potato.
example, what I want to do is pretty much if you win twice, you have to switch. It makes it more comp, it makes it more, you can't rely on one team to carry you through it and you can't sweep it. If you lose 4-1 and you switch to someone and win fucking 5-1, what's the issue? It's the same concept. You're just, it sounds like a bunch of excuses again. It sounds like you're trying to find something to play devil's advocate, but I'm giving you basic data. Everything we're talking about is based on the player skill, not personal experience. You got to take that out of yourself. We're not talking about that. This is still based on how the players play the rule. If you win twice and after that you have to switch, so therefore it becomes, like you said, a first to two. It's a brand new first to two, so it'd be whoever wins 4-0, and then at the end, it's whoever wins the end game point or resets, and then it's 4-1. So therefore, what's the issue? If you have that many back pockets that you can do 3-1 and win 5-3 or 5-1, whoever cares, you can do the reverse shit. What's the issue with the rule?
So are you saying it as implementing it as a first to within a live situation, so it's multiple first to twos?
Pretty much. If that's how you want to interpret it, I'm trying to understand how you want it to be seen.
Well, I introduced that as a concept because it helps alleviate the issue. If that's a part of the concept, then there pretty
But
much
we're
isn't an
talking
issue.
about this. See, the thing is, I gave into you a little bit and you agreed so quick, but we're talking about the same. Okay, I feel like, again, I'll say it again. We're talking about the same coin, two different sides. You want it in a certain way that I'm describing it in the same way, and you're arguing me, but you don't realize I'm agreeing with you. Yes, in a first to 5, first to 7, it's a first to 2 rule.
No, not in a first to 5 or a first to 7 lives.
No, that's the whole point of it. If we're doing first to 5, first to 7, whoever wins 2 switches. Because if you're doing a first to 2, then what's the point? The person leaves.
The point is that rather than it be a chunked 2 points, it becomes 1 point because you're going to 3 rather than all the way to 7. So it gives you more ability to come back in that. In the first of 2, you can have a close game and either lose the point or win the point, but it's still 1 point. If it's 2 games
We're
and
talking about the same thing.
we're not.
Holy.
We are.
We're not.
It doesn't sound like you are. I'm being
If
so
it's a
honest,
first to
doesn't sound like
2,
It doesn't sound like we are, but listen to this. If I say first to 2 wins switches, he's saying that's a first to 2. It's the same fucking
all right,
format.
let me
We're
clarify
talking about
what I'm
the same
saying.
thing, 2
Again,
different coins.
the concept
on.
I'm suggesting is that it's
Okay.
a 1v1 king of the hill. So there's multiple lives. And that way, you can go 1-1 in a first to 2, and then either player could win that first to 2, right? You can have a close first to 2, or you can have a wash first to 2. It can either go 2-0 or 2-1, right? But either way, it goes to 1 point. It makes
You know
it.
what? I'm going to give you something right now that'll solve it all. If you were putting to me an advice, yo, Senju, check this out. I have an idea for a basic like mapping of how we want to do matches. First, if you do a first to 7, first to 5, in between, whoever wins 2 times has to switch. That's the base premise. How would you put that shit idea to me?
How would I give you that idea?
Okay, yeah, pretty much. The same way I presented the idea to you, how would you present it to me then?
Well, at this point, we're getting I'm slowing down mentally
No,
here.
because right now you keep arguing every little thing that we're talking about the same thing over and over and over again. So now let me hear if it's your idea. How would you shut me up the same way I'm trying to
Oh, well,
understand you?
like how I presented it. So it's a King of the Hill, a 1v1 King of the Hill, 3 lives, first to 2. So first to 2 for a life, 3 lives. That's it. And
That
then, well,
sounds
no,
like what
with a
you already
bans
have
element, bans
established. We're
element.
talking about a first to 5, first to 7. You're
First
talking
to
about
7
King of
isn't the
the
same as
Hill.
a King of the Hill.
You just admitted it's not the same. So therefore, we're not agreeing.
That's what I said before. You said, "Hey, we're saying the same thing." I said, "We're not
Yes.
saying the same thing."
But okay, so if that's what your idea is, it's not the same thing. We're talking about okay, so for example, me, you, first to 7, you win Giome and Murata, and I lose 2 times with fucking Akaza. You can't pick that same team for the next match. What's wrong with that?
Uh, that within that first to 7, it creates a situation that
Well, we're talking about a new format. Don't compare it to the normal. We're making a new format.
I can't come. You're asking me
That
to come up
format seems
with.
like a all around.
Yes, that's
Okay,
the whole point of coming up with a new format.
Just
Yes,
make it
you
so
have
just
to
make a
I
come
new
up with
set
I
at that
stuff.
I
point.
don't think it's fair. Is that potato?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah,
All right.
the player that's winning is being punished has to swap, and the player that's losing is not adapting, just
I
hoping. Oh my god,
So it sounds like a
hoping that.
that
player
would be like
issue. So the format works, but it sounds like a player issue. That's the problem. You're making up for a player's issue.
In the base format, in the
just
the
make it like
normal
a strike
format, it's
ban
a
at that
player
point.
issue.
Because if say like you have multiple games, right, and it's like okay, you go to 2, but you're not allowed to play that team anymore. You have to switch off. Say you win 2 more, 2 teams are now
Yeah, then
banned
you win.
essentially, right? But then that would just be a
Yeah, then you
set.
win.
That would just be a set at that point. That would just be a first to 2 set. There would be nothing correlation. You're you're basically like not rewarding the player who's winning because you're forcing them to swap off. Now, that may be a player issue, but at the end of the day, if the team's working and it's winning, why are we going to take that away from them? It is up to other player to adapt at that point.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. It's up to the loser to adapt, but we're giving a loser a chance to learn how to adapt to you better.
Well,
You're
again,
worrying
it wasn't
about if you
optional for the
win.
loser.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
You just said, and I quote, if the player wins twice, it's not fun for the player who won twice because they have to switch off. It gives the other player a chance to counter, and if they lose, then what then? Again, you just said you agreed with me. It's on that player's fault. But if we're talking about equal terms, the players who usually do I win, you win, I win, you win, what's the issue with that? But if we do I win, I win, I win, I win, I win 5 times in a row, what are you showing new players who join your shit? You're not showing them nothing. You're just showing them that you could dunk on them with one team. I'm making it more
Here's
interesting
the
by
thing.
involving a new implement where you have to switch off and do something new. If you don't have to switch off, then that means you're fighting someone who's matching your playstyle that's forcing you that you can't win twice.
So you asked for.
That's a skill diff issue. So therefore, we're talking about a player's issue that's irrelevant to the laws. We have to make a basic
Well,
law and then let the players fight towards the law. That's what
well,
you guys invented when you made first to 5, first to 6. Winner stays, loser switches. Okay, that's simple. Let's mix it and make something new. But you guys are fighting against it by making sure that the winner has the best advantage. You have to think about the losers. The people who are new. Other
well,
than
if you
that, they're
make
just gonna join and get washed.
Their advantage, the loser's advantage, is being able to swap off of a loss. So that's the thing. If a team isn't working for long enough, but they can get the download, they can counteract that. From then, it can make the matchup either
Yes,
even,
pay nights.
uneven, or they win.
Exactly. This
But
exposes
that's
who uses one team to win all the time versus people who have basic knowledge in Demon Slayer. This exposes them. If you
Well,
rely on one team and you're that scared, then this rule set wouldn't be scary to you. There wouldn't be this many excuses. It's that simple. If you are really good at the game, you should take a simple rule as, oh, I have to switch after I win, after I 1-2-0. I'm in a happy mood. It shouldn't be an issue. You're riding off a high. It's a dopamine, adrenaline. You have that. You've been there. You can continue on, even if it means you switching.
all right. So send you.
If someone loses when they're not
Send you.
main or meta or whatever, that's the player's fault. Simple
This
as that.
no,
I
we're
don't
talking.
think
We're
it
just
should be
talking
a
about
format.
a format. That's all we're talking about. We're just trying to figure this out. Yo, what's
I
up?
don't think it should be a format for that.
A part of what Potato's trying to reiterate here as well is that because the loser can switch, if they can switch to something that can beat the winner, then the winner will likely switch. So that's where the back and forth tends to come from. If it's a situation where you're trying to cater to a lower level loser, I can see where you would want to be able to have the loser get an advantage of getting the winner off of that team. But again, because it's not an option for the loser to pick, it might put them at a disadvantage. Because again, if you are losing, and it might have been close games. Like it could have been 1 pixel to 1 pixel, but you took it the win. But because you took those 2 wins, it's like, okay, I'm the loser, but I have the download now. Going to this third game, I can beat you. I know exactly how to beat you with what I was using, but you got forced to switch. So now I can't use whatever strategy I just came up with. So if it is just forced like that, then it creates an issue where the loser gets that part and aspect of their ability to adapt taken away from them. So the
We're
loser
talking about
can't,
player skill
Oh,
again.
it's coming.
Yeah, but a lot of the player skill is being able to adapt within a certain time. Like first to fives are not necessarily quick. They can go up to an hour depending how long you draw the clock and if it's a 5-4 matchup. Like it can go out really quick. Or you can have a full blowout 5-0, right? But within those time frames, because the loser is able to switch off teams, it can help them adapt better. Now say, you know, they switch, right? But the winner was also forced to switch. What adapting is there? What player skill? All the player, like again, that's sorry I said, like everything that the plan they just thought of or something they may have gone. Everything's gone. That team most likely won't work anymore. Now
You're
it's like they
wrong.
have to find something new and they have to
You're wrong.
adapt to something new.
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. You're wrong because of one main reason: habit.
Have it.
Habit. That's what the number
Have
one thing every fighter focuses
it. I get
on.
it.
The player's habit. It doesn't matter what
It is.
person they pick, the formula will remain the same. We're talking about data. We're talking about data for sorry man likes data. Okay. So therefore, for example, you fight Zenitsu who likes to press tilt skill over and over and over again. What's different than playing Susa and just pressing tilt over and over again but staying away? It's the same thing, different format. So therefore, it's a player's issue. You're compensating for a player's issue. We're talking about a concept on a battle format.
wouldn't it still be a matter of player issue if you're again making the winner
It would
switch
be.
off because
Yeah.
the winner's somehow forming a habit? Like
No,
the
it's
player.
not. It's making it more interesting because you're making the winner force for something even greater. Therefore, you get better glory. If you have to switch off, you have more glory. You can whoop this guy's ass with any team. You have a better glory. It's a double-edged sword. If you rely on one team and you get exposed, then there you go.
Okay,
Okay,
wait.
guess you get exposed. That's the player's
Let's
fault.
let's put
I
this
don't
into a
think.
small let's put this
Again,
into a
it's the
small like
player's fault.
hypothetical
I'm
theory.
playing in your reality.
But I
Let's
Again,
don't
we're
think you
say
talking
should
about
be
hold on.
forcing
players.
the
We're
player
talking,
to get
but we want
exposed.
established rule set now. We keep talking about players. What is the rules? We keep getting away from the rules. So again, what is the issue if you win 2 times switching off? What's the issue?
Ho ho
You
ho!
just said to
Send you.
me,
Send
for
you. Send you.
example,
Send
and I quote, oh, if he wins 2 times and then he switches, what's the benefit for the losers because he can't adapt to that player shit? Okay, but if he picks somebody new and he tries something new, there you go. It's a whole new frame. It's a whole new game. It's a whole new world.
Here's the thing with that. I'm gonna put this in a very much of a hypothetical. Let's say me and Sorryman had a first to 7. Okay, right?
Yeah.
Now let's say he starts off with one of his mains being like Suzahaba, right? And I go with
Yep.
like Nezuko EDZ. Let's say he whoops my ass for 10 games and he's forced to switch, and I have the Suzahaba downloaded, right? Okay, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go ICQ, I'm gonna heavy cancel, I'm gonna do all these DP resets and stuff like that. And he swaps off to, let's say, who like Gyome. He swaps off to Gyome. What am I gonna do now? I have a download.
What you're gonna do?
He has
What you're
another
gonna do
character.
now?
He's
What
going to
you're
play
gonna
that
do now?
character differently.
Hold on.
How am I supposed to
before you
adapt to
keep
that?
going, before you keep going, that's why we invoke. This is the rule set we're playing. That's the whole point. Before you start this, before you start any set, you invoke the rule set. So if you want to do this format, then you invoke this format. So therefore, you know. So there's no excuses. How many excuses are you guys gonna give me?
Well,
Yo,
it's not a matter of, hey, we want to come up with excuses. Like, again,
Quick
you're
thing.
asking for our opinion on like how to make it.
But
No.
I'm going off of what you guys are giving me. That's all I'm doing.
Yo, can I jump in real
What
quick?
you got?
Go for it,
Yeah, go
Chels.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So you're saying you beat me twice, and then
Yep.
you're supposed to switch your teams to show you can use other teams, right?
Not
not
just
just
for
make a-
that, but yeah, go ahead.
Let's say, why not just let the loser pick after they lose X number of games?
That
They
could be a
switch
rule.
teams,
That
or
could
the
be a
other
rule.
person
See,
can
he's
change.
thinking. It could be a rule. If you win 2 times and the loser invokes this rule set, they could pick the winner's team. That could
Senju,
be a rule right there.
Oh, no,
it
not
would
like no,
be.
the winner can pick.
winner's
I
Well,
want to
team.
switch
Chels,
my
before
team
you
or
continue, before you continue.
What you're gonna do?
Sorry, and
What
I'm
you're gonna do.
cutting you off, Chels and Senju.
Oh, good.
But it would be
Yeah.
really disingenuous to go, oh, sorry, man, did not say, hey, because the loser does not have the option and the winner is forced to change. If the loser has the option, then again, it's effectively a bans. And that's what I'm advocating for, to adjust it and shift it in that direction rather than forcing the winner to just switch no matter what.
Can I ask you guys a question? Did you buy this game to be the #1 player in the world and keep winning over and over again, or did you play to enjoy the game and have fun?
Both.
I bought it to be competitive, and I find playing the game fun.
I bought
Competitive
it
or
because
So
it has
what's
to go
wrong with
return.
this issue? What's wrong with having fun then?
I mean,
nobody's
there's
saying
nothing
don't have
wrong
fun.
with having fun, but in a competitive
But
aspect,
you're bringing it to competitive. We're not talking about competitive. We're talking about a new bracket that helps new players develop and learn.
Well,
that
Again,
would
if you're
be
if
a
you don't know me,
competitive set for them.
hold on,
That would be
because
their own
sorry, man, you
competition.
know me, they don't know me. I'm trying to be a good teacher in this game. I want to develop a bracket that helps them develop and learn. So take the comp out of it, because if you guys want to play comp, then you guys would do CB in tournaments. That's already obsoleting this format already. Take casual and how you would help somebody and teach them to learn the game. That's the format we're looking for.
And I did cut off Chels before, so I want to throw the ball to him in a second here. But like at the start of the conversation, I wanted to establish what the goals were. It wasn't primarily based on targeting casuals. That wasn't what I had established at the beginning. If it's about creating a format for casuals, you kind of have like paradox there. You don't create new formats for the casuals. You just let them play. And that's how the fun happens. They can pick
But
randoms.
here's
That's
the
fine.
thing.
They
You're
can pick whoever.
developing a new format that helps teach them that if they
You
find
don't
something that's
teach like
comfortable,
if they're just
no,
casual.
hold
If you're
on.
teaching
If you're
them, you're
teaching
trying to
them
bring them
something that
competitive.
makes them comfortable and they find a team that works for them in an almost official rule set, then they become more comfortable and they find a main team that helps play themselves in the format that you want them to play at. Where if the winner wins, they always stay. You have to give a baby step in between. There's no baby step in between. It's either you figure out your team and then you have to fight and win over and over again. Find a middle ground. That's the whole point.
Well, I mean, if that is the true goal, I think this conversation is a little bit more complicated than it
Then you
needs to.
have a
So hold on.
conversation because you guys took it to
This
comp.
conversation is a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. It doesn't have to be a first to 7. Don't make it a first to 7. Just say
Why not?
play it because there's no need for it. If you're trying to get people to adjust to multiple things, just have them play the first to 2, and then hey, I got washed by this team. Switch. That's it. You go from there. It's more flexible. It's not a whole structured
When's the
thing that you
last
have to
time you
explain.
fought someone on Demon Slayer that said first to 2?
Oh my god, bro.
When's the last time I played a first to 2 on Demon Slayer?
Yeah. When's the last
Wait,
time?
before y'all answer
Yesterday?
that question, wait, can you explain?
I'm
Like, what's the
surprised
first
because
one?
I don't see first to 2.
And I'm sorry
The
again,
last
Chels.
time I
I
seen
cut
first
you
to
off a
2
long
was
time ago.
DS1.
Let's let Chels talk. Let's let Chels talk.
Yeah, I just want to understand because I don't understand the whole first to 7 versus first to 2. Someone probably had the idea of first to 7. I just want to understand why.
Okay, so the reason why
Oh.
is the idea concept is in a first to 7, if you win 2 games, you should switch. This helps a new player or somebody who's weaker than you to understand how you play. It's not just understanding the main team that you pick at the time, but your mentality and how you play, your habits. It's different.
So we're saying
Oh
if
my
you go down 0-2, that's
No,
enough.
no, no. If you go up 2-0,
Or if you
you
go up
switch.
2-0, yeah,
You
you
switch.
switch your team for the remainder of the set. You can't use
No,
those
no,
two
no, no,
characters.
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no, no. Because what I said that you could do that earlier, I told Sorryman. But if you fought someone equal skill level, you could win 1, then lose 1, and then win 2 again with the same person. So you're up 3-1, and then switch, and then lose, and then finish it off 7-2 or some shit.
Which
yeah, I just want to
introduced
clarify.
a
If
losing
you
on purpose partially kind of concept, which I wasn't
It's a
really.
strategy. A strategy is all about gambling if it works or doesn't work.
Yeah, that.
so I guess that's my thing, making sure like
It's a
once
dumb
those
gamble.
2 consecutive losses happen, you have to switch. If you just set
So, for
yourself up to
example,
use like your
if you
second
want to
best
hear it this
team,
way,
yeah,
if you want to hear it this way, I'm sorry. If you want to hear it this way, if you beat me with Hinokami Zen 2 times, that next match you can't pick Hinokami Zen. But if you pick Rui and lose and forfeit that match, you could sell it. You could probably sell it and be like, okay, I want to test his neutral out for that game and do your studying. Pick somebody else and then go back to Hinokami Zen again and win 2 more games and go up 4-1.
okay, so every 2 losses, you have to get off the character, but then you can return to the
Every 2
character after 2
wins.
losses.
Every 2
Okay,
wins.
got
The
it.
Every
winner has
2
to
Every 2
switch.
wins.
Every
wins.
2
Yeah,
wins.
wait, I
Every
just
2
think,
wins.
yeah, wouldn't it just be easier, like, at that 2 consecutive, I'm taking perspective of the loser. I lost twice to your Hinokami Zen. I should have the right to just continue playing it because I want to keep learning against that matchup. I get the right to switch my team. You keep your Hinokami Zen. Or I could say, hey, switch your team for 1 match, and then you can
That
go
could be
back
a
to
rule.
Zen.
Well, no,
So I
that's
just feel
how we
like it'd be
currently
cool.
have it. So currently, whenever you lose, you have the right to switch characters. That's
Yes.
the entire standard of like our competitive play.
Okay, so then how about if the opponent wins 2 times, you have the right to force them to switch?
Well, again, that's one of the concepts that I was saying would make the system a lot more fair because it's a
Yeah,
choice.
yeah. Let's go
And
back to that. Let's go back to that.
I don't really have a problem with that. The players themselves might have a problem with that because a lot of them would, out of pride, go, "Yeah, I'm not going to make them switch characters. I'm just going to
That's
keep
the whole
fighting it."
point.
But
Let's
like,
take your
Nah.
pride out of it.
well,
Because
that's just the
again,
player. That's even with
Yeah,
ban
sorry, man. It's so
events.
real for that.
Even in ban
He's so
events,
real for that.
oftentimes people will, hey, I'm not going to ban anybody, or I'm going to ban random characters because I just want my opponent to be able to play whoever they want to play.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what kind of the spirit of comp is, you know, like if you keep running into a wall, you find the way to adapt. And I'm not saying like, I'm an advocate for ban events, right? I'm an advocate for seeing more character variety. And that's what the purpose usually is for those kinds of events. And you can do things to, and matter of fact, maybe in the way of this conversation, we might be coming up with a way that introduces more character variety. But it does still have to be choice incorporated in there. And it does have to be guided by a format that makes it fair for both players and allows for it to be easy to follow. Trying to keep up with it within a whole first to 7, I don't know. You know, like I think
I have
the
a question though. I have
easiest.
a question. You
Hmm.
said you were an advocate for banning characters.
I'm an
My rule
advocate for
set
ban
doesn't ban
events.
Ban
I'm an
characters.
advocate for
events.
bans tournaments. So to
Yeah,
make
ban
sure we're on the
tournaments.
same page
Okay,
there,
so if you're an
to
advocate
make
for
sure we're on the
banning a
same page there,
character, yeah,
hold
yeah.
on. A ban
Go ahead,
event
go
is a tournament in which the two players, once they meet each other in bracket, they establish, hey, you can't play that character, you can't play that character, right?
Okay.
There's some interplay between those rules. Sometimes if you ban a other person's character, you can't pick that character yourselves, whatever the case is. The primary goal of those is to introduce character variety. It's not so much for the sake of it is in parts, you know,
It sounds
for
like
like
you're
being able.
contradicting yourself.
It's not a like it's multiple goals there. So it's not just hey, strike out your particular team. In part, it's like hey, ICGU gives me a lot of trouble. Even if you're not an ICGU player, I'm banning ICGU because I just don't want to fight that
Okay.
character. Right.
Okay.
So it's
That's a
not just
very
one to one. Hey, this specific matchup. Now they can still so target their opponent's particular characters, and that can be a part of their strategy. But I'm just clarifying that's a part of it. Now, in some cases, after that first game, you can introduce a different ban. Maybe it's the character that they just played. Now, it just
I
depends.
really don't understand ban.
I have an idea. Why not just tell everyone to come in with 7 teams they want to play, and then
7.
you just cross off. If you lose with your team,
7
you have.
teams is excess. I'd say 3 teams. But if
Well, I'm
you
just
want
like
my
trying to say, like,
opinion, yeah, go
it
ahead, go
seems like
ahead.
the goal you're trying to say is like we want to make sure people are good at the entire game with the more of the roster, and we want to see that. So I'm like, if you have 7 teams and like your team wins, you can't use that team again. You have to use one of your other 6th and 5th and 4th than your last team. And so if you're not actually that good, if your last team, the other person could come back with their 7 teams.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't go up to 7, but like if it
Yeah,
was like
it'd probably be like
three
a
or four
first to
teams, like
5 or something. You
that
know,
could
like a
work as a
first to
format
Okay,
for
now
bans.
here's my thing. Okay. Sorry, man. You support band tournaments, yes, right?
I
You just said it.
yes.
You just said it. You just
No,
said it.
it's
You
not like a
support band
discrepancy. It's a
tournaments.
fun. It's a event type. It's a particular game type. So yeah,
The
like
question was, do you support band tournaments? Yes or no?
I support different types of events. Like it, as long as the
You're
format is explained
if
properly.
you can't say yes to something like that,
It's a
this
yes.
conversation won't
I'm
go.
just explaining that like it's
Okay.
not like a controversial thing.
Then
Like
say
yeah, no,
yes. Then say yes.
yes, I support band
Oh my
tournaments.
days.
Okay. Now, if you support somebody banning characters in a match, what's the issue with if you win 2 times, you switch without bans? It gives a person a chance. If they can't handle the character, they can take a break and go back and fight them again. That's
Well,
something you support. You just said so. If they have
this isn't a
trouble
gotcha.
fighting it,
Again, I don't have a
it's not
direct.
supposed to be a gotcha. But you put yourself in that position.
If you're saying I put myself in a position, it's supposed to be a gotcha. Again,
It,
what I'm
but
saying it
that's like telling Cinderella if the shoe fits, then wear it.
yes,
my
I'm
fault.
going to wear it. I'm consistent in what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with making the winner switch so long as the
Yeah.
rule system makes sense here and that the loser isn't being put at a disadvantage for having the winner switch, right? Again,
Yeah.
it's its own format, but there's different ways to go about the format that seems to make it simpler to understand. And I think using the ban system makes it simpler to understand, or using a first to 2 and a live system makes it simpler to understand and follow,
So, in the
right?
base premise of if you win 2 times, you switch, what's a base premise that everyone would understand? Make your own rules right now.
Well, I just played in a set where you tried to incorporate that, and it was confusing. Me and Harui were
Yeah.
both confused as to how you wanted us
Only
to
because
play.
it was in between matches. I'm sorry. I'll have to say I'm sorry.
Well,
It was
that
in
in
between.
part, but even if you mentioned it beforehand, we probably would have pushed back a little bit and gone, well, I don't get why we do that. That seems to put the loser at a disadvantage, right?
Harui is
So
actually someone I've been experimenting on. He wouldn't say no. That's an unfair thing. I have to be
you
honest.
said who?
Harui is actually someone I'm experimenting this thing on, so it's kind of unfair to put him up in it. I have to be
Well,
honest.
I just brought up Harui because I played in a set against Harui and
Yeah.
you implemented the the thing. So it's not really just a matter of getting data points or numbers or whatever the case is. It's establishing what the goal is. And yeah, throwing a new rule into the mix can make things more interesting, but if the goal is to help players grow, you still have to be careful about how you implement the rule. If the goal is for it to be fair, you still have to be careful about how you implement the rule. If a part of the goal is for it to be simply understood by everybody, you still have to be very careful about how you implement the rule. So again, I'm coming up with various ideas on how to implement the rule based on how I think the community would be able to understand it clearly and for it to be fair for everybody, because there's choice, there's option, there's whatever the case is, and like adjustment and score. Again, like in a first
What
to
if I make
two,
a doc Google? Would you like that?
if you make it that I don't, you don't need my permission to make it a Google Doc. Make a Google Doc and then share.
No, I just want to know if is that something that you would like, something written out, and you could tweak it from there.
I wouldn't want to tweak it because that's another commitment. I got a lot of stuff on my plate. Like I'm already taking up because I'm passionate about talking about these things.
No, again, it's not meant for right now. It's meant for like if I make
if it's not for right now,
for,
it's not happening. That's what I'm saying. I can't put it on my schedule. I can't commit to that. So if you put the work in for it and you work on the format, I can give input, but I can't commit to adjusting any Google document. I already got 2 Google Sheets. 3 Google Sheets for events like Ultimate Burst. I got multiple different collaborators.
You just said is what I'm asking for. Just input.
Well, then you don't need to ask me to be a part of the Google Doc. You just pop in my DMs and ask me a question, and that's it. I just can't make any commitment to you on it.
If we're being honest, I know you've been busy. There's been times where I wrote you and there's been no reply. That's why I'm asking now.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. I'm busy, so I can't make a commitment to you. Just shoot the questions, and then when I can get to it, I'll give you whatever input I can. You have a hold of me right now, and I'm giving you a lot of time.
So I don't seem annoying. That's my point. So I don't seem annoying.
Well, if there's any lack of clarity here, I'm saying, sure, I will give my input, and hopefully you'll be receptive to it. But I mean,
100%, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, you have my attention and my time now, and you have a little bit of my passion. So, I mean, yeah, I'll give you my input.
Who else is in here? Hold on. Who else is in here? Blood Demon. I would like your opinion as well, and the other guy who spoke too.
That's a good combo.
What if you pay me 1K for my time? Hey, let me not say something crazy on the stream.
Oh.
Hey, if you're serious though, if you got 1K to throw, just hit my DM.
1K?
You could get a tournament. You could get. Hey, just let me know.
Oh,
just let me know.
That's your paying rate. Okay, now I know.
No, I mean, if someone's gonna sponsor 1K, of course the community need that.
Bro, I'd be open arms.
Like right, I could hire a whole staff in a week if somebody's throwing up 1K.
Let's not start with 1K. Let's not start with the 1K.
I mean, somebody just randomly threw out 5K for that one time. That was crazy. But
Wasn't
anyway,
that's one time. That's one time, bro.
I mean, there's been different cases.
No, because I'm new and I'm also trying to put my name out there. Let's start something small and local. So for right now, let's start with, I don't know, either I want PC, PS, or Xbox yet. Right now, Xbox is a fucking garbage swamp of a toxicity. I don't want to touch it. PS or PC? Yeah. You said PC? He said PC.
I don't know. It's weird.
It's gonna be NA PC, and if I do it, it's gonna be Sorryman and Doug helping me.
Sorryman. On PC.
Sorryman's gonna help me because he knows how to work
I wish that was the case.
Yeah. No, I do want to do something for PC. Now. You guys don't get no love. Ever since DS1, you guys are like the stepchild that gets abused and get put in the corner. You guys get no love.
Whoa. What? I can't get this timing down.
I see more of PS and Xbox tournaments than I do PC. Sorry.
Okay, what's not there? Where do I put this? Right here? Okay, got it. As she goes.
What if I pay 15K in a ham sandwich? You know what?
If this is $15,000, hit my DM with a quickness, my guy.
With quickness. I'll tell you what. 15K for the winner, and then the ham sandwich is for the MVP of the entire tournament.
No, that
There
that
you
gotta
go.
get split up. That gotta get split up. It can't be for the top one. That's insane.
Top one.
MVP.
Fucking top 8 at least.
I have a fucked up
No,
idea that you guys
you
could
could
do for
split
the tournament.
15K with like 10 people, bro.
Yeah, no, you could stretch 15K
Next
pretty far.
You know,
over here,
wait,
let's
sorry,
make
man.
it.
How'd you feel about a tournament like this?
What up?
You can probably make it in like a chat, like in Claude.
W
and
mindset.
easy. You just put every character in the game into it and say randomly pick 2 Slayers or 1 Demon, and the person has to play
Yo,
it.
get angry senpai. I'll tell you right now. If you have
If
1K
you
that you want to
sponsoring,
throw away,
just let me know
just
and
hit up
we'll get
Sorry
it.
Man right now. Just hit up Sorry Man, and I promise you there'll be a tournament.
I did it wrong.
Which, by the way, Senju, this if you're not familiar with Pay Nights has definitely been supporting the DS community, and it has a wonderful platform that if you're not using, definitely check it out.
Appreciate
Oh,
that,
now
bro.
you tell me about him? Now you tell me about him? You gatekeeping? No, don't
can
I
worry.
speed
gotta
Hit me up, Pay Nights. I'll support, and I'll toss your name out there. I got you.
exclamation mark Pay Nights in the chat.
Yeah, let me
Everyone
just
who in the chat, shout out to
see
Pay
him real quick
Nights.
I'm
so I
desperately
can.
trying to
I'm not
learn
gonna
this
lie.
new
I'm not gonna
Shinobu.
lie. I'm placing my bets right now. Like, just
Hi, y'all. You have a good afternoon. Time.
Appreciate
Yours
you
well,
coming through.
Charles.
Of course, anytime. Peace.
Bro, this Shinobu. Okay. Can't not get that timer down. Let me see. Where do I put it? Right there. Okay. Right here. It was right there. It dropped. Okay.
Yeah, bro. Let them know now, Pay Nights, bro. I'll toss your name out to Xbox, but that's muddy waters, bro.
Sorry, man. What do you think about the new Shinobu?
I think she's cool. I don't think she's S tier,
I
but
No,
think
she's not.
she's
That's
like
why if someone says
if you have in your own tier list, if you have an S plus, I think she's bottom S. But if we just get rid of the S
no,
plus, she's like mid A.
I was gonna give her
I-
A minus.
I
actually,
think
Shinobu's
I
enough.
think on the basis of like how she fights and she does like actually approach you. She does actually approach you and she has armor rather than invincibility.
Yeah.
Um she does put herself in more vulnerable positions than some of the other strong characters. Um but she is good at what she does. She does attack at. She's really fast. She's one of the
Yeah.
fastest characters that we have. Um, Even if it's just level 3, like the synergy of her moves and how quick that they attack and everything
It's
like
just
that.
fast.
Like she's just so fast, and like she
Pay
has
Nights is
Okay,
your
I'm
boy.
far-reaching
picking her up.
normals.
Perfect.
It's like
I'll support.
they gave her who's the equivalent? I don't know if there is an equivalent, but like her stinger, like her light attacks, her arrow light, like if you ever like just jump in the air, do an air light attack, and then her neutral skill and just loop that, it looks so weird. It's like she's just constantly stinging you.
Yes. That is how it looks.
Yeah, I've been learning her with Cone, so
Chris Collins, first one to pick that.
it's definitely been very interesting because she doesn't play how
She
I
she
like.
she is
So
the I feel like mechanically she's the most fun character.
she is
You
kind
know,
of a mechanical character.
like make use of the poison file, like something gray.
I think I really like her windscreen.
You do? Interesting.
Her windscreen is really dope. Not gonna lie.
Oh, by the way, no hard feelings, guys. It's something that I've been thinking about. I'm creative about it. I'm passionate about it. It's a rule set I really want to implement. No offense. Yeah.
Shape.
Let me see if I can still catch Penny Nice. Probably.
Yo, sorry, man. Did you see Kermit the Frog on Trader PC's is a sparking mod?
Oh my days. Oh my
Nah, I'm sick
days.
of that.
The banjo goes crazy, bro.
All right, so I think that's gonna be all for the stream. Anybody who's still here, appreciate you for being here. I'm
Let's
gonna send
go.
y'all over to Unk Nation, hopefully, if he's still streaming. For is I don't see Unk Nation anymore. All right, so I'm gonna
Okay,
send
wait a
y'all
minute.
over
Hold on.
to my clanmate,
Oh, there you go.
Jesusete. All right. Blood,
Alright,
Jesus,
well,
and Lucas are about to fight in a clan battle. So best of luck to them.
thank you.
That won't confirm.
Good luck, Freds.
All right, hopefully I can
Yes.
end this before my computer starts dying. So raid now.